Hey everyone, Loken and I are back to talk about the latest chapter of My Hero Academia. Join the discussion by leaving a comment and let us know what your take would be. Spoiler warning, this video will cover chapter 299 of My Hero Academia. If you enjoy these videos, please help support the channel by leaving a like and subscribing to Texas Smash. Chapter 300 is next week, so be sure and come back by hitting the bell icon and turn on all notifications so that you can be sure and catch us next week. Let's nerd out together. Chapter 299 belongs to Hawks. Hawks narrates as the chapter begins with him remembering how he perceived heroes as fictional characters in his days as a child. His flashback begins with him getting in trouble for leaving the house. Hawks' father accuses Hawks for trying to sell him out and tells Hawks, "Don't you dare leave this house." Hawks' narration continues to inform us that Hawks' father was a hitman for hire and his mother helped by making sure Hawks' dad avoided capture. The flashback continues to show more scenes of the abusive environment Hawks had to deal with. His dad kicks him, his dad goes on about how his life would be so much better if Hawks was never born. Hawks talks about how he endured the entire situation by suppressing his feelings. The flashback then moves to the day Hawks' mother told him that his father had been caught, by Endeavor no less. Hawks describes this moment as when fiction became reality for him. Okay, so we'll pause right there. Loken, did you have any takeaways from that first section?
I found it interesting in this first section, Hawks' mom with her quirk, eyeballs floating outside of her head. I just wonder really what her quirk is, how does it work? Any ideas on that, Kronos?
I'm guessing she can get information quickly, kind of like how Hawks can individually control his feathers when he sends them out. I bet that kind of stems from how she can control her eyes.
That's a good correlation. I like that idea. So she can keep watch over the dad and see if he gets into trouble.
Really, the only takeaway from this for me, I did like the opening and closing about how Hawk said that heroes were just a fictional thing for him until basically a hero saved him from his troubled family life, you know.
Right.
When he said at that point heroes became a reality for me, I thought that was cool.
I just liked his the whole, getting the backstory of Hawks' life, his upbringing, really getting to see and have insight into his life as a kid.
Yeah, not a very loving home, huh?
Pretty tormented childhood, that's for sure. The only other interesting thing with the mom's quirk is it kind of, to me, it looked like she was more almost like a seer, because there's one panel where when the husband did get caught, her eyeballs are there. So I wonder if she can make multiple like his feathers, like you said, and they are out there, or she's more prediction almost. Hopefully we get more on that.
Moving forward with the chapter, Hawks explains how his mom became panicked by the situation and thought about how much trouble she would get in for hiding a felon. Hawks explains how he tried to convince his mom to do the right thing. This fell on deaf ears as Hawks' mom was not taking advice from Hawks and told her own child to go out there and make money by any means necessary. The flashback wraps up with Hawks agreeing to the commission's terms. Hawks' mom would be under their protection, and Hawks himself would be cutting ties with his family name. Okay, so this wraps up the flashback. We'll stop right here. Loken, you got anything?
For me, this is definitely a great chapter, having a flashback of Hawks and getting all this information on his backstory, seeing where everything came from with his childhood. I think this will lead to the connection with him and Dobby when they were recruited for that commission secret child hero program.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing how it led up to that's really interesting.
Earlier when I was talking about how heroes were just a fictional thing in Hawk's mind, and then Endeavor apprehended his dad, heroes became a reality. And so now here you see Hawks, now that heroes have become a reality, he believes he can do the right thing, you know? So it's just another My Hero example of, for some people, outside circumstances dictate who they become, but some people are able to kind of overcome the obstacles in their way and not be negatively influenced by what's around them.
So I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the chapter. He did say that he was in trouble for leaving the house and being in town, but Hawks had replied that he had felt something going wrong in the town. So maybe he is innately a hero. Like it says, my wings were tingling. So he senses danger.
Yeah, he says later in the chapter how he just wants to be a guy who helps people, which is exactly your point. He's just a good person despite all the circumstances.
Exactly, and all that ties into, to me, the commission showing up, trying to, pretty much put them in witness protection program. Really good flashback.
All right, so back to the chapter. Hawks is passed out in a car with Jeanist driving. Jeanist wakes Hawks up, and they talk in the car about how the same hospital that brought Hawks back from a near-death state put Jeanist into a near-death state. This was how they were able to fool Dobby during chapter 240. When Jeanist was in the body bag that Hawks showed Dobby. Apparently, the surgical process the hospital used to do this was inspired by the Nomu themselves. In addition to Jeanist's death show, Hawks advised that they store Jeanist's body as a possible shell for a future Nomu to make sure Jeanist was in a place that he could breathe. They then spot a villain, which they dispose of quickly. Hawks and Jeanist learn from the civilians that no heroes would be coming due to how many agencies have closed down as a result of recent criticism, and no police would come either because of the various prison breaks. For me, really the only thing in this section is just the fact that Hawks and Jeanist are being made aware that the civilians don't have anyone to turn to, anyone to protect them anymore. Jeanist says that he'll leave his sidekicks to protect the area since no one will come to protect them, but outside of that, I think it was just about them realizing the situation outside. Did you have any more to add on to that?
I mean, it's good that they gave us detail and some information in regards to how they did fool Dobby with Jeanist being dead and everything. That's definitely, we had a bet way back when if Jeanist was really even dead, so finally to get that, how they really tricked him was really cool and interesting. And then speaking of Dobby, the damage that he did to Hawks, you were really starting to get a full picture of it. Hawks can't even talk. There's a little section where it says that Hawks is using his phone to communicate. So Hawks can't even talk right now. His wings, Dobby did some damage.
Hawks did take a lot of damage there. A lot of people compare his story to Icarus, which happens to be a good segue to close the chapter out. So the chapter winds down with Hawks and Jeanist arriving at a house that Hawks' mother used to reside in. Hawks' mother leaves him a note telling him how she told Dobby the truth about their family, but that she regrets doing that. She concludes by saying that she is proud of him. Hawks internally monologues about how he always thought he was fine with disbanding the relationship he had with his mother. However, he implies he may be questioning this. I believe he is insinuating by the fact that the commission is in chaos right now and not able to tell him what to do, and Hawks himself, being a guy who helps people, may see his mom as someone who needs help right now. We then see a quick flashback of how his mom bought him the Endeavor doll that he loved so much as a kid. Hawks thinks of Twice, Endeavor, and himself, compares all three as people who just want to help others. The chapter ends with Hawks proclaiming that he will protect Endeavor even if it kills me. So, like I said, flying a little too close to the sun. He's already lost his wings. Now he's going to go back and ask for more. So, what do you think about the conclusion of the chapter?
I think it's pretty intense. His determination, everything he went through as a child, and then now he's trying to go see his mom and she's left him. The note is Hawks has just had a hard life for sure. And then the note at the end that she left him was pretty sad too. But yet, he then is trying to overcome that and is still determined to be a hero and the person that saves people. What I'd be interested to see is how society reacts to this, and especially with him being the one who killed Twice. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I haven't really... Everybody's been mad at Endeavor, but the public is aware that Hawks killed Twice as well. I think Hawks is the kind of person that'll continue to do good even without the hero title. He doesn't need the hero title. If anything, not having a hero title fits in with Hawks' personality. You know, he wants a carefree life with less responsibility.
Yeah, he was the one who was willing to play the spy.
Right.
The double agent, and do what was necessary. Even killed Jeanist just to ensure that he could do what the overall good needed to be done.
What did you think about whenever Hawks is talking about the end, about how he doesn't have any chains on him anymore? Because the Hero Commission is in chaos. It's kind of satisfying or something like that. To me, I think he's going to go after his mom. I think he's... Because the Hero Commission is the one that said you need to break ties with your family name. And then he says the Hero Commission's in chaos. I don't have any chains on me anymore. That's the one thing they don't want him doing, right? You think he's going to go see his mom?
No, I don't. No, I didn't take it like that. I think because his mom is gone and the commission is out of whack, that now he really is free. That he doesn't have to worry about his mom. He won't have to worry about his family name, even if that comes public. Because there were people that the reason why he left is because, or the reason why his mom left was because some people came there to ask about his family. Now it's all going to be out in the open, so Jeanist can finally do what he wants.
But because of all this, his mom ran away feeling like a burden
Right.
to Hawks. So I think Hawks sees his mom as someone who needs help right now. And despite the Hero Commission's rules,
He's going to go after...
he's free now.
Yeah. Okay.
But then at the end of the chapter, he says he's going to go protect Endeavor, so someone will have to take priority.
I agree with that. I think he will go save Endeavor and then eventually go after his mom. Like you said, he doesn't have any chains anymore. Gets to do what he wants.
All right, good deal. And you mentioned the bet that we made over a year ago. When did Chapter 240 come out? Who won that bet? Can you remind me?
Crown us, you won it.
All right. Jeanist is hilarious. Quote, "Thanks to them, my body is now like some rugged, damaged denim." And then we've got trying to comfort Hawks. "Like I always say, it's like skinny jeans." All right. That's how I'm closing this week. Don't forget to come back next week and join us for Chapter 300. Anything you got to say?
Huge mile marker, 300, y'all.
All right. See you then.